pies? I am Lanikia, and you are watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Days of Our Lives edition. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. Today is Thursday, December the 28th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a solid 7. It was a solid 7, right? Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We first start off, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We start off by seeing Constantine in the park by himself, and someone comes up and kidnaps him. We already knew it was going to be Steve. Because who else wants Constantine? So Steve comes up and he kidnaps him and he takes him away to this basement. And so while he's in this basement, Steve is just like, I thought I told you to leave town. And Constantine said, you can't make me do something I don't want to do. He was like, first of all, I was leaving town, but as you can see, my ankle is swollen and hurt. So I'm in no condition to travel. So Steve hit his ankle with with Constantine's cane, and he tells him, you need to leave town and stay away from Maggie. I see you trying to work your way back to her. And he said, first of all, Constantine is just like, who are you to tell me what to do? Now, I don't like Constantine. I don't. But y'all can't go around kidnapping people. You can't go around kidnapping people. You would have done better just to be like, just to see him in the park and be like, hey, I see you. You need to leave town. Like, I'm still watching you and you need to leave as soon as possible. If anything, this is going to make Constantine want to stay more. So they go ahead and excuse me, they go ahead and tell Constantine that, if you don't leave town, we're gonna have to handle business. And so then John comes up and he grabs up on Constantine, and they're looking at each other, and they let Constantine go, but they do tell him, you have 1 week to get out of town. And if you're not out of town in that 1 week, we're going to handle business. So then Constantine is back in the park because that's where they put him. And he's just like, could it be? Was that him? Because he remembers looking at John. So some kind of way, John is all, this is all going to link up to a different storyline. Get there, because this one right here is mid for me, but and so then John and Steve talk, and they're back at the basement, cleaning up from when they kidnapped Constantine. And they're like, we're going to tell Rico, thank you for letting us use the basement and all this. And they said, if Constantine doesn't do what he's supposed to do, which is leave town, we're going to have to take this up a step. And I said, take it up the step where? What are y'all talking about? I don't know, child. Anyways, moving right along, we see Eric and Sloan are going throughout the park, and they're very happy, to be with their son Leo. So they're moving throughout the park and everything, and they sit down, and Leo comes through, and he has on this beautiful coat that is pretty red. And he was just like, I got this Christmas gift under the tree. And he's talking, and Eric says, Leo, we we're trying to have a family moment. Go on. And he tells him, I know, but Sloan is my lawyer and I want to talk to her. So of course Sloan tells Leo, excuse me, Eric, can you just give us a few minutes? And Eric is like, okay, I will. And he says, I'll go and get us some snacks. And so when he goes to get the snacks, he actually was going to get them, and he said, I forgot my wallet at home. And she said, here, take my credit card. So he takes her credit card, right? And when, I'm sorry, y'all, Mila has her, she got a teapot for Christmas, so she's playing with it. Um, so he takes the credit card with him, right? So then Sloan and Leo talk, and she's like, sir, how much of my money are you going to spend? And he's like, um, because she keeps telling him, Leo, I don't have money like you think I have money. If I had money, you think I'll be staying at a studio apartment in a bad neighborhood? I would be living better. And he tells her, well, that's not my problem. You're going to have to live worse because I have expensive taste or whatever. And she said, when is it supposed to end? And he says, when you give that innocent baby back to his mom. I said, now, Leo, don't be acting like it. Because you could tell Nicole that her baby is alive yourself. But you're not trying to do that. All you're trying to do is blackmail. So both of y'all are in the wrong on this, because both of y'all know that this is Nicole's baby and you're not giving the baby back. So then Sloan is just like, I can't keep affording to this. I have my student loans that I'm trying to pay off. And I find it weird that Sloan went from like we thought she had a little change, she did well for herself, to now it's almost like, oh, I'm just so broke. I said, okay then. I mean, I didn't think she was demure or rich or anything, but I thought she lived really comfortable because now she's saying, I have no savings. And I'm like, what? But, anyways, moving right along. Leo is just like, well, that's not my problem. Figure out a way to continue to get me my money. So then Eric comes back when Leo leaves and he tells her, your card was declined. And then Leo comes back through and he's been shopping again. And that's why her card is declined, because she had a $30,000 limit. And now he spent it all up just shopping. I said, uh Leo, I don't know how long this is gonna last. Like, because you can't drain water from a dry well. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Get with Melinda. She'll figure something out for you, Sloan. But anyways, that's it pretty much with them. So then we see Marlena and So then we see Marlena and Nicole have their first therapy session, and Nicole is just emotional. She at first she didn't know if she wanted to do this because Marlena is Eric's mom, and Marlena said, "Well, if it bothers you, we can get somebody else." And she said, "No, it does help that you know me." And so she starts to talk, and Nicole finally admits things that she hasn't been wanting to admit, which is that she did think about having an abortion at first, but because the baby could have possibly been Eric's, she wanted to keep the baby for Eric. She feels bad about that she even wanted the baby to be Eric's, but she did. Even when she found out it was EJ, she was a little bit disappointed because she wanted it to be Eric's baby. And I said, baby, we already knew that. We already knew that you wanted this to be Eric's baby. But she said saying it out loud, knowing how EJ feels, she feels bad for saying that. But that's just real is real, and she's just telling how she really feels. And so she was like, okay, I understand that. Marlene is just telling her, I understand how you could feel that way. So then she continues to talk to her and just tells her, she still has symptoms of wanting to nurse her child, and she still wants to hold her child, and all of the things she wanted to do, she still feels that. And when is that going to go away? Because this is it's torture every day wanting your child. And I said, that's because your child is around, girl, every day wanting your child, and you can't have your baby. So then we see that she continues to talk to Marlena, and Marlena trying to, comfort her, and she's letting her cry it out and talk, and it helps Nicole because she admits things that she didn't really want to admit. She talks about how much, she wanted she still wants her son. She talks about Eric and Sloan, about kidnapping the baby, and how caring EJ was to her when she did that, and how nice Eric was. Of course, Sloan wasn't, but she understood that. So she gets it all out, right? And then she tells Marlena she would like to see her again, because she feels bad. She also tells her about feeling bad about Holly, how Holly has been through so much, and now she has to deal with this, the loss of her baby brother, and seeing her mom be so sad. So this time she wants to just spend with Holly because that's her joy. And so they're going to continue to see each other. So that's it with them. Let's move on to Paulina, Kayla, and Chanel. So, of course, the other day I forgot to mention it in my review, but they did find out that Paulina needs to get on thyroid medicine to help regulate everything. But they do also want to do a biopsy on her, because she has that lump in her throat, and they just want to make sure that it's not cancerous or anything of that nature. Paulina is Paulina, girl. Come along with this because I'm busy. I said, well, Mama, didn't nobody tell you to sleep the day away the other day? But she's just telling Kayla, well, let's do what we need to do, and hurry up and get it done. So then Johnny comes in, he brings them some snacks, and he tells Paulina about when he had cancer as a child, and how that it really affected his parents more than him because he wasn't really aware of what was going on. And so they talk about that in early detection and everything, which is a great message of as always. So then Johnny and Chanel talk, and she asks him, would he like to go to the bistro? Did Eric and Sloan talk about going to the bistro too? So I'm about to go down on this bistro on New Year's. I feel like. What y'all think? Y'all tell me. But she said no. Let's just stay in. And he said, okay, we can stay in and watch It's a Wonderful Life. Is that what it is? I can't. I know the movie they're talking about. It's not my favorite. My sister loves it. But she said, yeah, that sounds really good. And he was like, your mom's a fighter. She's gonna get through this. And she was like, I hope everything's all right though. So then Kayla comes back in, Johnny leaves, and she talks to Paulina and Chanel, and she does tell her that they did the biopsy and it's looking like she might have cancer. So they want to, do run more tests and everything. And Paulina's like, I'm a fighter, so I'm gonna do what I have to do. And Kayla says, of course I do. And so that's this journey, I guess, that they're going down for with Paulina now. So then we see that Leo he's been shopping more, and he runs into Johnny, and he tells Johnny, hey, come and have dinner with me at the bistro. And Johnny is like, what? um oh, Leo also said he's gonna get his job back as lady whistleblower, and he said, yes, have dinner with me. And I said, You're one of the reasons that Johnny believes his baby brother is dead. Like, no, he's not gonna have dinner with you and Leo. But Leo still is going to ask. So Johnny said, no, I'm not gonna do that. And he said, well, your sister is bi. So I thought, he was like, Johnny said, first of all, I'm in a relationship. He said, well, your sister is bi. So I thought, and Johnny said, I'm not bi, I'm not gay. And even if I were, you would not be the man that I want to be with. And no, find somebody else to go to the bistro with, because it'll never be me. And Leo's like, um, that's what you think, or something along those lines of I said, Leo, if the man say he not gay and he don't want you, leave that man alone. Leave him alone. And that's it with them, y'all. I said something's about to go down at this bistro, I feel. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching it. And I will see you tomorrow for the final episode of the week of what happened on the soaps Days of Our Lives edition. Goodbye.